Hello and welcome. This is LeBruce here playing Depths of Yoth for the League of Extraordinary Investigators. So today I'm going to be playing a different deck. I was playing Skid's O'Toole through this campaign, but Skids was trapped in a City of Archives. He did not get out successfully. So today I'm going to be playing Patrice Hathaway for this scenario, and I'll get to that in a minute. First I'm going to complete the setup. So let me just show you the chaos bag. Should be the same chaos bag we've been using for the rest of the league. We make sure the encounter deck is shuffled. We make sure the deck with the locations is shuffled. And let's get a location for me to start at depth level 1. I will be starting at the Bright Canyon, looks like. Okay. Then I believe the setup calls for me to place 4 more random locations into the exploration deck, as well as the steps. Let me just double check that really quick. Yep. So let me go ahead and do that. Create an exploration deck. And add this one in, and shuffle the exploration deck. Alright, so I've been playing this Patrice deck recently in solo. I've been trying it out. I've been kind of enjoying it. I hadn't played Patrice before, so I'm going to go ahead and load the deck now, and we'll see an opening hand. Here we go. So this scenario could end up being a disaster. I've only actually played the Depths of Yoth one time, and that was right after it came out. So I haven't had any chances to practice this scenario. I'm playing a new deck. So this could be a disaster, or it could be great. We'll see. So let me see my opening hand. I'm not sure what I want really, but I'm sure that I don't think I want much of this, because I want assets to start. So I think I'm going to mulligan everything. This hand does not seem very good to start the game. So let's mulligan all 5 of these cards. Okay. Arcane Studies is pretty good. Peter Sylvester, we have a Fire Axe and a Grizzly Totem. So again, I don't have hardly any recollection of what this scenario is like, but I'm gonna assume the Peter will be good, because he'll basically make it so that I don't have to worry about taking horror the whole game. I kind of want to have a weapon, so I'm not sure how tough the enemies are here. I'd like to have something to help me with that. So maybe what I do is play Peter, an Arcane Studies, and a Fire Axe. But before I commit to any of that, let me gain my actions and look at what this starting location does. After you enter Bright Canyon, if you're poisoned, take a damage. I am not. As an action, check your supplies. If you have binoculars, something happens. We do not have any supplies in this scenario. Let's see, this is just a Doom threshold of 3 on the agenda, and the act requires 3 clues to advance. It also allows me to explore, but only if there are no clues on my location. Okay. And I can only advance at the end of the round, and I have to be at the Steps of Yoth. Okay, we'll see if I remember all that. I think I do kind of like my play of getting down Peter, the Fire Axe, and the Arcane Studies. The Grizzly Totem is also good. Do I want Peter or Grizzly Totem? I gotta make use of this sweet relic hunter, huh? Let me get the other two down first. So first action, I will play out the arcane studies, because I'm sure I want that. Second action, I'll go for fire axe. And the question is, do I want Peter, or do I get a little silly with the grizzly totem here? Grizzly totem does seem good. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I took relic hunter. I'm playing a new deck. I'm having fun. Let's play the grizzly totem. Not at all convinced it's the right decision, but that's what I'm gonna do. So we have a grizzly totem. We're gonna move to upkeep phase. So I'm gonna discard my hand. And get a new hand of 5 cards. The violin's very good. So we're at 1 doom out of 3. Let's see what my encounter card is. It is Lost in the Wilds. Alright, so I know what Lost in the Wilds does. I do not know what any of these chaos tokens do. Skull is -1 right now. It's based on the depth level. Cultist deals damage if there are serpent enemies and it reveals another token. Tablet also reveals another token. It makes you place a clue on your location. That's not fun. And the Elder thing is -2. It does things if there are 3 or more vengeance points in the victory display. So right now there are none. Okay, so right now it's just a -2. Interesting. Now the question is, how am I going to try to get this clue? I have cards I could commit. So... Whoops, don't want to add doom. So I think I kind of do want to get out this violin, because the violin's very good. It's especially good when I have arcane studies, because I can use the resources to increase my stats. Except I forgot that I still have to deal with Lost in the Wilds. I don't really think I'm going to move anyway this round. I only have 1 copy of Peter available, because one's discarded. I'll just take the test. Let's just do it. Because I think I'm going to commit these to get the clues from the location. Well, maybe not. Maybe I commit something. I'll commit no, I can just use the deny existence to cancel the horror if I get a bad token, so I won't commit anything. 4 versus 3. A 0. So I pass. That's so much for that. First action, let's try out the violin. And I can discard a card to gain a resource or draw a card. Definitely want to discard one of these track shoes. Question is, do I want the resource or the card? I'm sure I want the resource. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to exhaust the violin and discard a track shoes. I'm going to gain a resource. That was fast. Second action, we're going to investigate. So I'm at 2 versus 2. I'm going to commit, deny existence. And I'm going to use Grizzly Totem to give me an extra icon. So I'm going to test it 4 versus 2. Yep. Another 0. So I passed that test. Third action, we're going to go again, committing the unexpected courage. We're going to be at 4 versus 2 once again. Wow, another 0. Did I really draw 3 zeros in a row? Yeah, I did. Okay. going to go to upkeep, discard track shoes, and we're going to get a new hand of 5 cards. Oh snap, I screwed up. Well, because this is what I was testing with. I was testing this deck with Doomed as the weakness. So I'm not entirely sure what I should do here. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just replace the Doomed with the Internal Injury, which is supposed to be my weakness. So I need to add a card. So we'll say that was my Internal Injury that I just drew. And also my deck should have Unspeakable Oath in it. Or wait, no it shouldn't. My deck shouldn't have Unspeakable Oath in it because that was in Skid's deck. Would I have picked Internal Injury or Chronophobia for this character? I guess I would have picked Chronophobia. Let's get this out of the game. Yeah, I think I probably would have chosen Chronophobia since I have Peter Sylvester in my deck. So let me get a Chronophobia instead. Sorry about this. Yes, this is a Chronophobia. Okay. And I still need to draw up to 5 cards. Okay. That was all very interesting. Encounter card is Deep Dark. Love that. It doesn't have much of an impact right now. It's just going to sit here for now. It's not going to let me discover more than one clue at any one location this round. And it's going to be my turn. Okay, so I think my first action is going to be to explore. Don't really need Wither because Fire Axe should be okay for now. Although Wither does work decently well with the Arcane Studies, but I think I'll be okay with Fire Axe. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna explore. So how does this work? If there are no clues on your location, explore. All right, let's see. Make sure one more time this is shuffled. Let's see what I get. It is the bridge over the River Nakai. Is it connected? Is this connected to the heart? It is. So I move here. It gets +1 shroud for each vengeance point in the victory display. There are none. So that's cool. Then I can go ahead and try to get the clue. Let's see how I should do that. Well, I guess I should just use the sharp vision, right? Because I'm not going to get to do anything else this round. So I'm going to investigate. Committing sharp vision, which gives me +3 intellect icons. That gets me to 2, 3, 4, 5. I can use Grizzly Totem to bring me to 6 versus 2, but that doesn't do anything. But I can cover the -5 token if I also commit the Prophesy. So I'll do that. I'll commit the Prophesy as well. And I'll use the Grizzly token to give me another icon on Sharp Vision. Which give me 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 2. Let's see a token. It's a -2. So I get the clue. Now I have the clues I need to spend at the end of the round to advance. For my third action, I'm going to explore again. Unfortunately, I don't remember which location I'm looking for or what symbol it has. So I'm not sure which one is connected or if both are connected. That's what I get for not having any chance to practice this scenario. Alright, so I'll explore here anyway. Don't know if I can even get where I'm looking for from here. City of Serpents. That is not connected. It's the green diamond. Yeah, so that's not connected. The Hall of Heresy is not connected. Abandoned Site is not connected. Steps of Yoth is connected. Wow, I was lucky there. I could have had a wasted explore action if none of those were connected. It's not connected to the canyon, so it's over here. And next round I am all set to advance at the end of the round. Actually at the end of this round, right? I just need to have 3 clues and be there. So at the end of this round I can advance. Yep. Alright. That's cool. So I should use Patrice's violin before my turn ends. So I will do that. I'm going to discard Wither. Doesn't really matter which card. Gain a resource. Whoops. I just hit the wrong button. Finally, okay. Oh, I forgot to clear the chronophobia. So I have to take a horror this round. Okay. Well, at least I can get some progress going. So let's advance. So at the end of the round, I spend the 3 clues. If you possess the requisite number of clues, you advance. So I don't spend them, it doesn't say. I think it'll make me spend them on the other side, maybe. Whoops, where did it go? Where'd it go? Let's see what happens here. Add 1 resource to the current depth level. Okay. From the following. Each investigator who is not at Steps of Yoth is defeated. Move each enemy in play to the pursuit area. Remove all doom from locations in play. Draw a random set-aside location other than Steps of Yoth. And place each investigator at that location. Okay. So let me put the set-aside locations back over here. And I'll see where I'm going to start. I'm going to start at the City of the Serpents this time. Create a new exploration deck consisting of Steps of Yoth and 4 other random set-aside locations. Okay. So there goes that. Here goes this. Shuffle it up. It's all good. Deep Dark is gone. Flip this back to the front. Surely it makes me spin my clues. I think I'm supposed to spin the clues. There's no way I'm not. That's weird. It doesn't explicitly say to spin the clues. Huh. Anyway, I'm going to advance the agenda. Find the enemy in pursuit with the highest evade value and spawn it at the location where the investigators began at this depth level. There are no enemies in pursuit, so this is going to fizzle. And we go to Agenda 2, which is just another Doom threshold of 3. Did I draw my hand back up to 5 cards? I did. So let's see my encounter card. Children of Valusia. Goes into play next to the agenda deck. Each serpent enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. At the end of the round, discard 1 copy of Children of Valusia from play. Love that. That's not going to have any effect. Doesn't look like. And what does this location do? While City of Serpents has no clues on it, it is considered to be in the victory display. Okay, I see. So that will affect the Elder thing, maybe some other effects. Okay. So I get my 3 actions. I'm going to spend 2 of those to discard the Chronophobia. Just want to get rid of that. And what I want to do with the last. I could play another Grizzly Totem if I want to be really goofy. Don't know that that's the play. I think the play is to do an investigation of some kind. Can't commit Rise to the Occasion. So I might as well, since I can't commit it, I might as well pitch it and gain a resource. I don't think I need to draw a card, right? No, I don't need to draw a card, so I'll gain a resource. With my last action, I'm investigating. So I'm going to be at a 2, 3, 4 versus 3. I'm going to name with Defiance. I'm going to name the Cultist and the Tablet. So it's going to, I'm not going to have to reveal another token if I draw those. That only puts me up by 1. So 2, 3, 4. Use a Grizzly Totem on one of the Defiances to bring me to 5. 5 versus 3. Could spend 3 resources on Arcane Studies. Is that worth it just to cover 2 tokens? The -3 and the -5. I can generate resources pretty well. I'll do it. I'll spend the 3 resources for Arcane Studies. So I'm 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 3. Let's try it. All that for a 0. Okay. Lots of zeros in this game. Boom. Alright. Upkeep comes. Get rid of these. Whoops. Water protection's good. What else do we got coming? Leather coat. Alright. This is going to go away. And we need an encounter card. Still no enemies. Ill Omen. Peril. Choose a location where there is at least 1 investigator. Place 1 doom on that location. Each investigator at the chosen location takes a horror. Well, you know what we do about that. I'm gonna ward of protection that. No question, because I'm not gonna be able to advance the act in time to stop that from making me lose a round. So I took a horror from ward of protection. I cancel this, and it's back to my turn. I feel like I've been getting decently lucky with the encounter card draws this game. And the Chaos Bag tokens, 2 losses, 0s. So what do I want to do now? Obviously I want to explore. I could find the steps from here. Don't really want to because I need 2 more clues. I could play a leather coat. Don't know how useful that is. Let me try to explore first. First action, explore, because there are no clues in my location. Broken passage. Nope. Not gonna do it. Crumbling precipice. No. Caverns of Yoth. Yes. Now, before I put these other locations back, are the caverns connected to either of these? It's connected to the passage. And it does connect to the precipice. Neither of which have any clues. So maybe I don't want to explore from here. Neither of these have any clues. Interesting. Can this location get to either of those? No. So maybe I get the clue here and move back. Actually, that's interesting. Looks like this location adds more clues. So it says, after Caverns of Yoth enters play, place clues on it equal to the current depth level. So I believe it gets the 1 clue per investigator, and then it's going to get another clue for each depth level. So it's going to get 2 more, so it's going to have 3 clues. So that's actually great. I can just snag all the clues I need here, come back to the city, and try to find the steps. So that's cool. How am I looking for investigating here? Prophesy is pretty awful. Looks like it's going to be pretty awful for this scenario. Wow. Actually, I don't have much in my hand that's going to help me. If I commit the Prophesy and use Grizzly Totem, that'll give me to a 4 versus 1, which is good. Let's try that. Second action, investigate. Committing the Prophesy, 4 versus 1. Skull is -2, because that's the depth level. So I pass. Oops, I forgot to use the Grizzly Totem. I obviously meant to do that, because I wanted to be 2 over. Or 3 over, rather. I meant to use the Grizzly Totem. So I was at a 4 versus 1. And I passed. Okay, cool. Get a clue? Just need 1 more. The issue is... This hand is pretty awful for getting clues. The question is, do I want to use my violin to draw a card or to gain a resource? Resources are pretty useful when I have both the Fire Axe and the Arcane Studies out. So maybe what I could do is gain a resource and then play the leather coat. I just don't know how useful the leather coat is. Haven't seen much pressure to deal damage. So let me make sure I played this card right. What does this do? Oh yeah, I canceled it. Okay. So do I want the resource or the card? I think I just want the resource. So we're going to use the violin. We'll discard the rise to the occasion to gain a resource. And for my third action, I'll go ahead and play Leather Coat. Just because. Boop. Alright. Upkeep. Discard this. And advance the round. Find a Moonstone. Manual Dexterity. Deny Existence. Wither. Not much here to help with investigating either. 2 of 3 Doom on the agenda. Let's see the encounter card. It is Creeping Poison. I am not poisoned, so this is just going to surge. Ancestral Fear. So that's a dilemma. I must either place a Doom on my location and discard this. Oh, I can just place the location. Place a Doom on the location because it's not going to affect when the agenda advances, right? Yeah, this effect could not cause the agenda to advance, so I'll just do that. It has Surge, so we get another encounter card. That's another Deep Dark. Wow, I'm just dodging the enemies this game. Can't complain too much about that. That is going to prevent me from getting multiple clues from a single location, but I only need to get one this round. So that's fine. No issues there. So obviously I'm going to investigate to start. Well, I might use the violin first and hope to get something good. I kind of want to get Peter down. Fortunately, I'm not going to have enough resources for Peter and a Moonstone. Right? Yeah. Unless I take a resource action, which I don't know that I want to do. I really do want Peter. I already have 2 horror. I have no other horror soaks out. It just seems like it might be more valuable than the Moonstone. Peter provides me 1 agility anyway. So let's start off with Peter Sylvester. The big man. Let's slide him in there. And then what next? The only thing I can commit is deny existence for icons to this. I really do think, though, that I just want to keep getting resources with the violin. If I commit the deny existence and use Grizzly Totem, that would give me to 4 versus 1, which is pretty good. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. I'm going to commit the deny. Use Grizzly Totem. 2, 3, 4 versus 1. Investigating. I drew another skull. I just keep drawing the same tokens in this game. So I get another clue. And I have what I need for my final action, I'll move back to the city and hope to find the steps. I can still use the violin. I'm obviously going to use it to gain a resource. I'll discard the wither and gain a resource. So we're going to go to upkeep, discard these cards. Unfortunately, can't play Moonstone. Don't have quite the resources for it. That's okay. And we're going to advance the agenda. Let's see what happens here. Find the enemy in pursuit with the highest evade value. There is none. If an investigator has a canteen, I have to make a decision. But I do not have it at a canteen. So that doesn't matter. We go to a 4 Doom Threshold agenda. Deep Dark is discarded. And we get an encounter card. There's an enemy. There he is. The Brood of Yig. +1 fight for each vengeance point in the vengeance display. So right now there are 2. Right? The City of Serpents counts as vengeance in the vengeance display. Yep. That's annoying. So there's not really... I guess the problem with evading is that then he's going to be put in pursuit. So maybe instead of evading this guy, I could try to kill him. How easy would that be? He has 4... He has a 4 in combat this round. And I don't have great things to commit to help me. So that's annoying. Yeah, I guess evading might just be the trick. I don't have great stuff for evading either. I could discard the Moonstone with Patrice's violin and play it to boost my agility a little more. Maybe I kind of like that actually. Maybe I do that. It'd be kind of unfortunate if I don't find... Or wait, I was going to say if I don't find the steps when I explore. There's one location in the exploration deck that I don't know what it is. So it is possible that happens. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that play. I'm going to use the violin to discard the Moonstone. And when I discard the Moonstone, I can play it. Look at that Clutch Relic Hunter coming in here. This is very different than my Skids deck where I had like no assets in play ever. And so I use the violin to gain a resource. I'll gain my resource. I need my 3 actions. And I think I want to try to evade. My agility is 4. Don't really have any great things to commit, but I have pretty good odds to pass. The unfortunate thing is he's going to end up in the pursuit area, but that's okay. I'm going to go 4 versus 2 trying to evade. First action. -2. Easy. Easy game. He's evaded. This is not easy. This is just delaying my problems. Second action, I will explore. See if I get something cool. Yeah, the steps. That is cool. That's connected, right? Yeah, totally. Okay. So So at the end of this round, I can advance the act again. So there's nothing really to do with my last action except gain a resource. I don't think anything else is very productive. So I'll spend an action to gain a resource. Alright. So we're going to go to upkeep. Discard all this nonsense. I'm gonna draw a new hand of 5 cards. Hey, there's some combat icons. Hey, that would have been cool. Of course, I draw my weakness right as I'm about to get to the end of my deck. Fortunately, I do have some good icons to help of either evade or attack the Watcher. Okay, so at the end of the round, I will spend the 3 clues to advance, because I am at the steps. Yep. Let's see what we get. Move each enemy to the pursuit area. Here's the pursuit area. Move all doom from all locations in play. Love that. Draw a random set aside location other than Steps of Yoth. So we have to do this whole thing again. Let's see where I start this time. Or do I place... When do I place another thing? Oh, at the start. So I need to go to depth level 3. And now let's see where I start. At this level. The Caverns. Love that. Perfect. Wow. So it comes in with 1. And then it also gets 1 more equal to the depth level. So it's another 3. Love that. Then I need to get some more locations to form the exploration deck. Yep. Shuffle this in. And I need an encounter card. I'm done with this, right? Shuffle the exploration deck one more time and flip it back over. Great. Alright, then I need an encounter card. Lost in the Wilds. I don't mind too much if I can't move. I love this location. I don't mind too much if I can't move from here. Peter can soak a horror. Moonstone gives me a bonus to willpower. I feel great about this test. Is there anything I want to commit? No. I think I wanted to save the unexpected courage for potentially getting a clue. Alright, so I'll just test it. 5 versus 3. A +1. Love it. Amazing. Alright. I have really been lucky with what the encounter deck has been throwing at me this game, I feel. Now what to do? I want to evade this guy, right? How does he work exactly? You may fight or evade this enemy while it is in your hand. If you succeed, discard it from your hand. If you fail, spawn it engaged with you. So I can fight it with the fire axe, spending resources to increase my combat. Kind of want to save the resources for something else though. And I want to get rid of him this round because when my deck runs out of cards, he attacks me. Okay, so I think the trick is to evade him here, because I already have 2 bonuses to my agility from my assets in play. So if I try it, well, he's got really high agility though. That's a problem. So if I go for agility, I'd be a 4 versus 5. The manual dexterity could get me to a 6 versus a 5. Unexpected courage could get me to 7 versus 5. Oh wait, 8 versus 5. Yeah. It's kind of awkward because then there'd be no point using the grizzly totems because there are no -4s in the bag. So maybe I do have to look what I found still to get myself a clue if I do this play. So I think I'm gonna do that. So let's see how this works. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus a 5. So I have Peter and I have the Moonstone. So yeah, I'm gonna go 8 versus 5 trying to evade. Another 0. Wow. Alright, so he is evaded. What does that do? Discard it from your hand. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Then I draw from manual dexterity. It's a live and learn. Second action. We're going to investigate. I guess I shouldn't commit anything, right? Because I can play look what I found if I fail. So second action, we're going to investigate. A 0. Well, maybe I'll still have a chance to play look what I found. How many 0s have I drawn this game? It's nuts. It's nuts. Alright, last action, I'm going to investigate again. At a 2 versus 1. There's no way. Another 0? This is nuts. It's actually funny because I actually would have wanted to fail that test so I could play look what I found. But it's crazy how many 0s I've drawn. Okay, so I get a clue. I have 2 of the 3 clues I need. Love it. Absolutely love it. Then I still have the violin to use. So I'll discard a card to gain a resource. And that's the end of my turn. So we're going to go to upkeep. Let me just check something real quick. Okay. Just checking something on the stream. Looks like I'm good. Okay. And then I need to get some more cards. And I need to reshuffle. When I do that, I take a horror. Put it on Peter. Alright, we're working with this. So I'm at 2 out of 4 Doom. And when I advance, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get this guy back. Well, I might be able to send him to the pursuit area pretty quickly again because I can find a whole... Oh, but this location isn't connected to the steps. That could be a little bit of an issue, potentially. Let's see what encounter card I get. Snake Scourge. Treat each of my non-weakness item assets as if their text box were blank. So that means no Fire Axe, no Moonstone, no Grizzly Totem, no Leather Coat, although it has no text box anyway. Oh, no Violin either this round. That's kind of lame, but oh well. Also, gotta love the classic scrounge for supplies right after I reshuffle my deck. And not only that, I can't even use the scrounge to pitch the violin. Unfortunate. Alright, actually this is amazing. The sharp vision could be amazing here because I could get an extra clue. Yeah, that's great. So let me get my actions here. And investigate. So I'm at 2. I'm going to commit sharp vision. So it gives me 3 more icons. That brings me to 5 versus 1. I guess I'll commit another one. Actually, I just forgot I had Ward of Protection. I don't think it's worth warding the Snake Scourge. I mean, I have Peter for the damage, but I don't know. I won't. I'll just let the Snake Scourge happen. So I'm committing this. I'm up by 4. 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1. I'll commit one more icon. 6 versus 1, so I'm up by 5. A +1. So I succeed by 2 or more. So I get an additional clue. Love it. Second action is explore. Make sure this is shuffled. There's the city that is connected. Also, did I forget in the last level, did I explore the location that still had a clue on it? I'm not sure. I don't think I did, but I'm not sure. I may have. I need to remember that I can't explore here until I get this clue. So I have 1 action left. I can investigate again. I think I'll do that. I am at 2, 3 versus 3. I can spend some resources to Arcane Studies, because Arcane Studies is not an item. So I think I'll spend some stuff to Arcane Studies here. Excuse me. So I'm a 3-on-3. I want to spend 3 resources to Arcane Studies. So I'm up by 3 on this test. Investigating. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough, game. You've been kind to me so far. Alright, so I failed that. We're going to go to upkeep. Let's get rid of these. Look what I found, seems good. Uh-oh, Chronophobia. Well, Peter should have healed at the end of that round. Into my turn. Snake Scourge is going to get discarded. We're at 3 out of 4 Doom. Not where you want to be. Encounter card. It's low on supplies. I will surely take a damage. No big deal. Alright. I just can't believe how kind the encounter deck's been to me. So I have 3 actions. So I think I'm just going to have to do an evasion against this guy next round, it looks like. Because I want to spend, even though I have Peter, I don't want to be taking the direct horror. So I'm going to spend the 2 actions to discard the Chronophobia right away. Then I can investigate. I can commit a whole bunch of stuff here. The Prophesy has 2 wild icons right now. So I'll go ahead and commit that. So it brings me to a 4 versus a 3. Ward brings me to 5 versus 3. I'll use the Grizzly Totem to give Prophesy 1 more icon, so I should be at 6 versus 3. So I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 3. And I have look what I found as backup if I get a -5. Let's try it. I don't have any backup against that. Alright, looks like the game heard me bragging about how lucky I was getting. So that's a -5 followed by an auto fail. I failed by 3, so I cannot use look what I found. That's not fun. So let's discard this manual dexterity to the violin and gain a resource. And we'll try again next round. Alright, so we go to upkeep. Track shoes. It's pretty cool. Let's flip it. What in the world is happening here? Find an enemy that is in pursuit with the highest evade value. Spawn it at the location where the investigators began at this depth level. That was here. At the caverns. So I might actually have a chance to get away from this guy. So I'm the group scout. Then I check my supplies. If I have a rope, I suffer no yellow effects. If I don't have a rope, I must test combat or agility 5. If I fail, I suffer a mental trauma, which has no effects because I'm in standalone mode. So I don't think I care about this test. The only reason I would care is if one of these tokens is something bad. If I draw the tablet and then fail it, something bad could happen. So is that a good enough reason to commit something? I'm not sure it is. I'm really not sure it is. I guess the question is, what am I going to do with this overpower if I don't commit it? I guess I wouldn't commit the overpower. I'd commit the track shoes. I could also play the track shoes. I guess I just take the test. Let's just take it. So I'm going to test agility. I'm at 4 versus 5. It's a -3. I fail. I take a physical trauma, which is not going to matter because this is the last scenario of the campaign. So the trauma isn't going to matter. Let's go on to the next agenda. How many agendas are there in this deck? A bunch more. Oh wow, okay. This one is a 4 doom threshold as well. I need an encounter card. I must either become poisoned or draw the top 2 cards of the encounter deck. Where's the ward of protection? I need a ward. What does poison do? I don't recall it doing anything other than it affects this token. But the other thing it does do is that there's an enemy in the same encounter set as this card where if you're poisoned and engaged with it, you can't commit cards to attacks and evasion attempts or something like that. That's tough. Becomes an auto fail. Oh wait, no, the poison doesn't affect any of these. It affects creeping poison. And I haven't drawn either of those. There's 2 of those enemies in the deck that punish you for being poisoned. I guess I'm going to try drawing the top 2 cards in the counter deck. Not sure it's the right play. I'm going to draw the top 2 cards. Deep Dark is not very impactful. That gives me -1 combat, -1 health. That's not a very big deal right now either. It's fine. So I want to try to do some exploring this round. So I need to find the clue here. So I am at a 2 versus 3. Gonna commit the sharp vision to go to 5 versus 3. I can use the grizzly totem to go to 6 versus 3. And I would still get owned by the -5 token. So yeah, I'll just spend 2 resources. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 3. Trying to investigate. -2. Okay. So I do get the clue. And now I can do some exploring. I wonder, I probably should have committed to Prophesy and spent 1 fewer resource on Arcane Studies, but oh well. Let's explore. It's the steps. Love it. Great. Perfect. So now the Brood is not going to be able to catch me. Right? No, he's not. And then at the end of the round, I can advance. Also, oh, I didn't realize I can keep clues between acts if I have more than 3. Interesting. Also, I just gave myself an action instead of a clue. So I should have 4 clues that I got from the Caverns of Yoth and 1 clue that I got from the city. So I should have 5 clues. That's great. So I can carry clues over. It only requires me to spend 3. Okay. That's amazing. So I could play the track shoes. How beneficial is that? Doesn't seem great. The other thing I could do is I could test the Curse of Yig. That seems like more like what I want to do. I mean, track shoes is cool. It's not very good in a scenario where you're exploring, though, per se. I think I'm going to go for the test on Curse of Yig. So I am testing willpower. I have a 5 willpower thanks to Moonstone. I'm going to go to 6. There's no reason to go to 6. So 5 versus 2. If I fail, I can use Live and Learn to try again. Yeah. Alright, let's try it. Another 0. What else would it be? So I discard this. Oh wait, this got +1 point for each point in the Vengeance display. Oh shoot. And this is in the Vengeance display. So did I pass? I think I still passed because I'm at a 5 versus a 4. Yeah, this had a +2 because of the City of the Serpents. Whoops. Well, I passed. So I get rid of that. I can still use the violin. I'll discard track shoes for a resource. We're going to go to upkeep. I mean, technically this guy hunts, but he's too slow. Too slow for me. There's my friend, the Watcher again. So at the end of the round, I am going to spend 3 clues. So it seems, my understanding is I'm going to get to keep 2 clues and carry them over. So I don't think it tells me to discard my clues. I'll check on that. The Deep Dark is also gone. I get to advance this. So I place a resource on the depth level. Up to 4. Move each enemy to the pursuit area. Set each location in play in the exploration deck aside. Okay. Draw a random set aside location other than the steps, and I start there. There's no way. That's crazy. I shuffled this, right? I totally did. Yeah, I totally shuffled it. It shows it right here. But I drew the Caverns of Yoth again off the top. That's crazy. So it gets 1 clue. Then it gets another 4 clues. Although I just realized there is a disadvantage, is that I have to get all 5 clues off the caverns to do any exploring. But I mean, I don't really mind. I mean, it means that I can just stockpile clues. Maybe it's not. Maybe this Caverns of Yoth isn't as great as I thought. Maybe it's not that amazing. So I need to make the rest of the exploration deck again. Shuffle that up. What else? Flip it back over. Alright, so I need an encounter card. Here's a big one. Here's a big boy, the Serpents from Yoth. He's victory 1. Interesting. Alright, so actually here the Caverns is going to give me some trouble, because now I can't explore until I've gotten rid of all 5 of these clues. So that could be a problem. That could be a big problem. On the other hand, there are no vengeance points in the vengeance display, so he doesn't have any special abilities. So that's kind of cool. But he is going to be a tough one for me to defeat with that 5 health. So let me see how I can do here. I have some decent icons for combat, so maybe I can hold off on the Watcher this round. Also, I just realized I have Spectral Razor. Spectral Razor is pretty sweet here. If I use Spectral Razor, I add my willpower, which is 5, so I'll be at a base 7 attack with Spectral Razor. That seems good. I think my first action, I am going to play the Spectral Razor against the Serpent from Yoth. So that gets me to a 2, which is my combat, plus my willpower, which is a 5 thanks to Moonstone. That takes me to 7 against 3. I only need 1 more icon to be up by 5. Yeah, so I'll commit the Wither to this test. So that should be 7, 8 versus 3. Okay, I'm going to use Spectral Razor. -3, so I pass. Yeah, Spectral Razor is just a nutty card. Super good. 3 damage. Okay, that was cool. Second action. Should we fight again? I could spend all 3 of my resources into the Fire Axe. That would get me to 8. That would get me to 8 versus 3, which is up by 5. So that's pretty good. So let me do that. Second action is fight with the Fire Axe. Spend 3 resources for the Fire Axe. It gives me +6. So I'm at an 8 versus 3. And if I succeed, I do 2 damage. Let's draw another token. Oh, if I fail, I heal a serpent to my location. Please don't do it to me. Please no. Elder Sign. Okay. That's cool. So let me see. I get to shuffle all but 1 card. After the test ends, I get to shuffle all but 1 card from my discard pile into my deck. Okay. So first I deal the 2 damage. That's enough to kill the serpent. So I thought this guy was going to be really tough to deal with, but the Spectral Razor made him so much easier. That was really good timing. So he goes to the victory display. And at the end of the test, I get to do my Elder Sign ability to shuffle all but 1 card into my deck. So let's take the Chronophobia out and shuffle the rest back in. I have 1 action left. What are my odds to kill the Watcher? Pretty good, because I can commit the Rise to the Occasion to this test. Because my base for both agility and combat is 2. So let's do that. So I'm going to commit the Rise to the Occasion. So what am I going to be at here? I'm trying to evade, so I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 5. And I can use the Grizzly Totem to bring myself to 8. So that seems pretty good. I'm going to give it 1 more icon with the totem. So I'm going to test 8 versus 5. Oh, but then I fail on skulls. Ooh. Fail on skulls. That's lame. I'll try it anyway. Shoot, should I commit this? I'll commit the Unexpected Courage. Since I commit this, it means I won't get to trigger the Violin this turn, which is really sad. But the skulls being -4, I just don't want to fail. I just want to get him out of here. -1. Yep. But he's out. Although I know I have no resources for anything. Alright. Upkeep. Find Defiance and some more stuff. Do I have anything cool to get back with scrounge for supplies? 2 weaknesses. I mean, Rise of the Occasion could be cool if I get a test where it's appropriate. Doesn't seem that likely. Alright, so let's see an encounter card. Yes. This is the reason I didn't want to get poisoned. So yeah, when this guy is engaged with a poison investigator, that investigator cannot play cards or commit cards to skill tests. So he's annoying. So what can I do here? It'd be really cool if I could use the Sharp Vision this round, because I need to clear all 5 of these clues off to be able to explore again. Super annoying. I only have 1 resource to put into Fire Axe. I think I do need to kill this guy. I'm not going to be able to just evade him and stall that way. So when I put something into Fire Axe, that brings me to 4 versus 3. It's just not very good. This could be tough. Okay, here's what I'm going to try. Get my actions here. Here's what I want to try. I want to try fighting with the Fire Axe First action. I'm going to spend my 1 resource. That brings me to a 4 versus a 3. I'm going to commit the Defiance. That takes me to a 5 versus 3. And with the Defiance, I'm going to name Skulls. So that's going to cancel the abilities of the Skulls. Is that good? I think it's going to have to be. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to test at a 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 3. Naming Skulls with Defiance. A +1. Great. So I deal 2 damage. Now, there's no chance I use this scrounge. Well, there's no chance I ever do anything with this Moonstone. So now I'm going to use the Violin to discard the Moonstone. I think I want another resource. So with my second action, I can attack again. Let's do that. Let's attack again with the Fire Axe. That's 2 versus 3. Spend a resource to the Fire Axe for 4 versus 3. Commit the Ward. That's brings me to 5 versus 3. And I can use the Grizzly Totem to do 6 versus 3. But now I fail on Skulls. So I'm going to have to do 6 versus 3. Let's try it. Alright, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 3. Yep. Another +1. Wow, Chaos Bag has been very kind this game. Love that. So he's out of the way. And I still have 1 action left to use this Sharp Vision. Unfortunately, I don't have any resources to pump into Arcane Studies to make sure I succeed by 2. But what am I at? I'm at a 2, 3, 4, 5 against 1. So still decent chance to get 2 clues here. Let's try it. 5 versus 1. Elder Sign. Yes. Alright, so I do succeed by 2. So I'm going to get 2 clues. After the test ends, I may choose to shuffle all but 1 card from my discard pile into my deck. I'm not going to do that because both of my weaknesses are in my discard. So I don't think it's worth it. So I got 2 of those clues. I still need to get 3 more to be able to start exploring, which is annoying. So I discard these Scrounger Supplies and Upkeep and get a new hand. I'm at 3 out of 4. See an encounter card. What does this thing do? Bathophobia. Test Willpower 1. This test gets +X difficulty, where X is the depth level. If you fail, take 2 horror. I don't think I care about taking horror. This is a difficulty 5 test. So I'm at a 5 versus a 5, right? Because I have Moonstone. Yes, I'm 5 versus 5. I don't think I care about this test. Because if I fail, I can put a horror on Peter. And I could even deny the other horror if I want. Let's just take it. -1. So I did fail. So I take 2 horror. Or I could use Deny Existence. Maybe I use Deny Existence here. Or do I want the wild icon to help get clues? I could just sit here and do the math and see if the icon from Deny Existence even matters, but I think I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna play Deny Existence and deny that horror. It's kind of weird when I have Peter out, but you know, eventually, if I keep taking 2 horror at once, eventually Peter won't be able to soak all of it. All right, So I have some actions here. So I think I definitely want to discard the track shoes for a resource to potentially pump into arcane studies. Let's see. So first action, I definitely want to investigate using sharp vision. That brings me to a 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 1. So I probably want to pump in 1 resource to arcane studies so that I still get 2 clues on a -3. No, I don't want to do that. I want to use the grizzly totem. So I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1. Let's try that. -5. Ooh! Well, I do get 1 clue. But I miss out on the second clue because I passed exactly on that test. I need to investigate again, I think. I'll just hold the live and learn back in case I fail, so I'll just test 2 versus 1. What does that do? Reveal another token. If I fail, oh no. If I fail, place another clue on my location. A 0, thank you. So many zeros this game. That is lucky. Okay. Last action, we'll investigate again. 2 versus 1. Backup is live and learn. -2, I fail. Play live and learn. So I'm going to do the test again. But this time I get +2 for the test. So I'm at a 4 versus 1. I guess I'll pump 1 resource into arcane studies to cover the skulls, because skulls are -4. Let's do that. Elder Sign. So once again, I think it's not worth it to reshuffle my deck right now. But I do get this last clue. And now I can start exploring next round. So I'm going to discard the Overpower, start a new round. And we're going to advance the agenda. The Harbinger is not set aside, so we don't move it to the pursuit area. We're going to find the enemy that is in pursuit with the highest evade value and spawn it where the investigators begin the depth level. That's here with me. So I've got this brute again. That's cool. Now we've got a 5 doom threshold agenda that says forced after the 3rd doom is placed on this agenda. Oh, it just does the pursuit thing after the 3rd doom this time. Okay. Alright. If I draw another enemy here, it would actually be kind of tough. Nope. It's the Curse of Yig instead. So that's going to make it hard to kill this guy. So I think I just want to evade him and try to explore somewhere better. This location isn't connected to the steps, but I'll see what I can find. Alright. So how do I want to do this? I can evade at a 4 versus 2, which is pretty good. So let's start with that. So I'm at a 4 versus 2. Then I will commit Grizzly Totem. And use Grizzly Totem. So that brings me to 6 versus 2, so I pass on skulls. Let's see it. A 0. That's gotta be like the 12th 0 I've gotten this game. Crazy. Alright. He's evaded. Next up, I'm going to explore. Give me something good. Steps is not connected. Bridge is, yep. And the bridge is, it gets +1 shroud for each vengeance point. There are none. This is connected, right? Yeah. Totally connected. Okay, so with my last action I could, oh no, I can't explore again because there's a clue here. So I think I just want to get this clue. I can use this arcane studies to do that, maybe. Shroud is just a 2. There's nothing in the vengeance display. So there's no chance I use this wither for anything this round. So I'm going to discard it to gain a resource. So I can explore, or I mean investigate. I'd be at 2, 3, 4, 5 versus 2. That's decent, because then I could put 1 into arcane studies. Okay, let's do that. Investigate. 2 versus 2, 4 versus 2, 5 versus 2, 1 into arcane studies is 6 versus 2. It's a -3. So I get that clue. And I'm going to be able to start exploring from here, which is cool. Oh, I should have discarded this track shoes. And we get some new hand stuff. This guy's ready. And I need an encounter card. Another brood is not really what I want to see. And I have multiple enemies chasing me in the pursuit area. Now what can you do? Am I in a good position to kill this guy? There's no vengeance in the vengeance display. Well, it would be really nice against these guys if I got a Spectral Razor. But one of them, I think, is in the discard. No, they're not. Both of them are still in the deck. I could... This would be a weird play. I could discard a card of the Violin, hoping to find a Spectral Razor. Kind of an odd play. I don't think I'll do that. There's 1 in 7 chance of finding a Spectral Razor here. Probably not worth it. I mean, I'm not going to use Peter for anything. Let's try it. Let me just, on the off chance, let me discard Peter. I'm going to draw a card, hope for Spectral Razor. Wow. What a big brain play. What an excellent card game player. Look at that. I'm not sure how good that is because my combat isn't great with this Curse of Yig. I'm going to try. That's what my play was, so I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to play the Spectral Razor. I have -1 combat, but I have +1 willpower. So I'm going to have a 6 versus 2. I can leave back Live and Learn in case I fail. I could also pump in my last resource into Arcane Studies to give me +1 willpower. I don't know if I want to do that to cover the -5. I won't do that. I'll just test it as is. So I'm at a 6 versus a 2. Trying to attack with Spectral Razor. What's this? What's this? -2 if there are 3 or more vengeance points in the victory display. I automatically fail. I don't believe I have that. So all I have is this guy who's not worth vengeance, he's worth victory. So I kill the brood. So he's not going to be tailing me. That was my first action. Next, I'm going to use an action to explore and really hope that I find the steps this time. Come on. That's not connected though. Okay, so that's okay. Steps. Oh no! What's this? Is this connected to this? It is. These are all connected. Shoot. I'll shuffle that back in. Oh. So I can try to do this test or try to explore from here, but I could die. I could get killed. The last one is combat. My combat is bad because of the Curse of Yig. I can't use Rise to the Occasion on any of these tests. I have the manual dexterity on the I had the manual dexterity to help me with the agility test. Let me try it. I'm gonna go crazy. Why not? This is a bad idea. Let me tell you right now. Okay, so first we're gonna try a willpower test. So my willpower is currently a 5. So I'm going 5 versus 4. I'll spend my resource to be at 6 versus 4. And I'll spend the unexpected courage to go to 8 versus 4. Right, so 5, 6, 7, no, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 versus 4. Doing the willpower test on this. A 0, of course. Every token's a 0, so why not do a test like this? Why not take risks? Every token's a 0. Alright, so I explore. That's not connected to this either. That's not connected here, which means I'm going to get to the steps. Awesome. Love it. And the steps is not connected to this, right? No, it is not. So I made it. Okay. So during the enemy phase, he's going to hunt. It's not going to help him too much. Upkeep. Discard some stuff. Draw a new hand. Is there anything interesting to scrounge for? I don't think there's anything that great to scrounge for here. So we did all this, got my new hand. At the end of the round, I'm going to spend 3 of my million clues to do this. To advance. So I go up to level 5. Move each enemy in play to the pursuit area. Move all doom from each location in play. Draw a random set-aside location other than Steps of Yoth. I feel like this is going to go on for a while. I haven't seen this location yet. X is the depth level. Shroud X. What is this? What nonsense is this? Okay. So now I still have to make my exploration deck. Alright. Flip this back over. Then we get an encounter card. Next round, I'm going to draw this guy again. Which isn't the worst, because I think out of my 8 cards in my deck, I think one of those 8 cards is the other Spectral Razor, right? Yeah. So I'll have a good chance. Good chance of having an answer. So let's see an encounter card. Uh-oh, who's this guy? What? I'll place him in the pursuit area. And he hunts. And when we do pursuit, we get the highest evade value. So this guy's going to hunt first, or pursue first. Okay. That's cool. Now, so the shroud here is a 5, and my hand doesn't really have good answers. I could scrounge for something. I could scrounge for Rise to the Occasion. That's interesting. That might be a good play. What would that allow me to do? That would get me to a 5 versus 5. I don't know that I have much of a better play. So I think there's no chance I use this Wither this round, so I'm going to go ahead and discard it to the Violin to gain a resource. I'm going to investigate, or no, I'm not going to investigate. I'm going to play Scrounge for supplies to get the... Well, if I don't scrounge for supplies, though, what can I get to? I could be at a 2, 3, 4, 5 versus... Oh, that's awful. Yeah, so I got to scrounge. I'm going to scrounge. For Rise to the Occasion, right? That's the best one. It's probably better than Look What I Found. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm going to take the Rise. Second action, we're going to investigate. So I'm going to commit the Rise. That gets me to a 5 versus 5. Totem gets me to a 6 versus 5. Then I can go 7, 8 versus 5. Up by 3. I'll cover the skulls by spending 1 to Arcane Studies. Seems okay. I'm up by 4. A +1. Cool. Get this clue. Now I could explore, which probably is the right call. Otherwise, I could maybe try to get rid of this curse. Because, yeah, I think I want to get rid of the curse, right? I don't have great odds. What am I at? A 5 versus a 2. He spawns where we began the depth level, so he's going to spawn here. Maybe I want to explore. Does this go? This can find the steps, so I can get lucky and find the steps right away. Doesn't really help me that much. Yeah, it doesn't really help me that much. I think I'm going to explore anyway. Let's explore. The forked path, that is connected. This is another location I haven't been to. Forced, when you explore at forked path, check your supplies. And so that doesn't matter. Yeah, so the ability on this location does nothing. Right? Yeah, it only does anything if you have a map. Okay. And it has 2 clues, which is annoying. So it's also not connected to the steps. Ugh. Okay, so I discard this. During upkeep. Let's find that spectral razor. Fire axe. There it is, the spectral razor. So when the 3rd doom is placed, we find the enemy in pursuit with the highest evade value and spawn it where we began the depth level. So I'm going to have to go back to him and kill him. But that's not a big deal. Let's see an encounter card. If I fail, take 2 horror. I certainly do not care. Don't think it's worth spending anything on this. 0. Did I pass? This is a difficulty 6. Because it gets +5. So I think I still failed. My willpower is 5. So I did fail. I take 2 horror. So sad. But now we're ready to take on the brood once more. This time it's a little bit scary because I don't have live and learn as a backup. What are you going to do? So first action, I'm going to move back to the abandoned site. Oh. Second action is spectral razor. So I have -1 to my combat still, but I add my willpower of 5, so I'm at a 6 versus a 2 again. Nothing in the vengeance, nothing for vengeance in the victory display. So 6 versus 2. I can set myself up to pass on a -5 by committing anything. Seems like I want to commit the fire axe, so I will. Skulls are -5, but that's okay because I'm at a 7 versus a 2. That's a 0. What in the world? Usually the octagon randomizer doesn't seem that skewed. This game is giving me very bizarre results. So I deal all 3 damage to this guy because he's non-elite. He's out. Spectral Razor MVP. And my last action, I can explore. Let's see the steps, please. I like the steps. No. And that is connected. What is this? Force when you explore while there, check your supplies. If you do not have a pickaxe, place a doom on the passage. Okay, so that's not connected to the forked path. That's annoying. I'm gonna have to move back. So during upkeep, I'm gonna discard these. Oh wait, I can discard something to the Violin. I'll discard the look what I found to gain a resource. Then these go away. And finish the rest of my upkeep. Oh, I should have healed Peter at the end of my turn. Then I need to draw some more. I'm at 4 out of 5 Doom. It's a brood. There's 3. Oh yeah, there are 3 broods. Shoot, I'm out of spectral razors here. I think it's time to do some evading on these guys. Yeah, it's not too bad to evade him either, because I'd rather he be pursuing me than the Pit Warden. Although I don't know how the scenario goes. Maybe at some point they just start having all the pursuing enemies and start engaging with you. I don't know. So first action, I'm going to evade. What am I at here? 4 versus 2. I'll go to 6 versus 2 with manual dexterity. Grizzly Totem makes it 7 versus 2. We'll see how I do here. That's revealing another token into a skull, which is a -5. But I believe I still pass because I'm at a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 2. Yep, so I still pass. He's evaded. Draw a card from manual dexterity. It is an Arcane Studies. Okay. Second action, we're going to move back here. Third action, I'm going to explore. Well, I gotta find the steps this time. I got to. There they are. I told you I had to. Alright. I didn't make great use of my hand that round, but you know. We're going to go to upkeep. We're going to discard my whole hand. Didn't get a whole lot of use out of it. I think I forgot to give myself a horror when I reshuffled my deck. But it would have gone on Peter, and then he would have healed it right now. So this should be a correct game state. So I'm going to do the rest of my upkeep. Prophesy. Oh, but we're about to advance. Let's see how bad the damage. Oh, and at the end of the round, I need to spend the 3 clues to do this. So we're going to put this guy back into pursuit, because we're going to do all this nonsense. So we increase the depth level. To 6, which is pretty cool. We need to put all the locations back and do all that stuff, and it's nonsense and whatever. Shuffle it up. Hall of Heresy, what does this do? It does its vengeance. And it's just while you're there, it does that. Okay. So I need 4 more, plus the steps. Is this thing connected to the steps? It is. So I could get lucky. I already have the 3 clues. I do need to get the 1 clue from there, but I could get lucky. Flip it back over. Advance this. What does this do? So I get this guy. Spawn Yig. Oh boy, we get Yig. The ground shakes with each of the massive creature's steps. I have not seen Yig before, I don't think. I think I only have played this scenario once, and I don't think we ever encountered Zig. Maybe we... Or Yig. Zig. We never encountered Yig. Maybe we did. Now I kind of want to encounter Zig instead. Here he is. He's a massive hunter. Plus 6 health. He's 12 health. Okay, and he has the highest agility, so he's going to be the one who keeps pursuing me if he ends up in the pursuit area. So that's annoying. Cannot be damaged while there is another ready serpent enemy. Each other serpent enemy gains alert and retaliate. Goodness. This is going to put me in a pickle. It certainly is. So after any amount of doom is placed on this agenda, we do the pursuit thing. Oh. Well, at this point, I think if I get to 7, I don't think I'll be getting much farther than that. Considering that it's going to be like this. All right, let's see an encounter card. Lost in the Wilds. I don't think I want to fail this. Although, I don't see it being that plausible that I get everything done. Oh, man. So right now I'm a 5 versus 3. Skulls are minus 1,000,000. Oh, boy. There's some problems here. There are some problems here. I do declare. I can't afford to fail this, can I? I don't think so. So I'm at a 5. I can commit the prophesy. 6 versus 3. Oh, yeah, maybe it's the time to use some... Actually, maybe it's time to use some arcane studies resources. 5. I want to get to... Oh, I gotta get to up by 6 to pass on skulls. So I think I do need to commit this. So that's 6 versus 3. 7, 8, 9. I'm going 9 versus 3. I'm going broke on this Lost in the Wilds. So I think my plan is I'm going to try to get this clue and just explore while I have the Brood engaged with me. I just got to get away from Yig. And I just have to hope that I can find the steps immediately, because the Hall of Heresy is connected to the steps. So that's my game plan. So I'm testing up by 6 on Lost in the Wilds. Wow. A 0. Who would have thought? Who would have ever guessed? Why did I bother committing all these resources to this? It was just another 0. Okay. Alright. Now, this guy has alert and retaliate, so I need to evade Yig. There's no question about that. How do I do that? How do I evade him? Doesn't seem easy. I'm at a 4 versus 4. I can commit Rise to the Occasion, but I kind of want to commit Rise to the Occasion to the investigation I'm gonna do. Man, yeah, I'm in trouble now. I'm definitely in trouble. Wow. Oh, okay. So 4 versus 4. I don't think I can afford to commit the rise to the occasion to this. So 5 versus 4. I think I need to do something with the violin here. What's in my deck still? Both my weaknesses are in my deck. One manual dexterity is down. What would help me? Nothing would help me that much. Like another rise to the occasion would help. So I don't know how much I want to draw a card, or how much I want to draw a card with the violin. So I think I'm going to discard the scrounge for supplies to gain a resource. With my first action, try to evade Yig. So I committed the prophesy. I'm doing things out of order. I'm completely confusing myself. So I committed the prophesy to the Lost in the Wilds. I committed the deny existence, but then I'm doing weird stuff during the test. So the deny existence is committed. That brings me to 5 versus 4. I could use the totem to go to 6 versus 4. Man. Yeah, I'll use the totem. Let's give one more icon to deny existence. I'll test 6 versus 4. Yes! Wow. I've just been so lucky. So I do manage to evade Yig. Wow, that's crazy. At the end of the test, I'm going to do my Elder Sign effect. What card do I want to leave in there? I don't think Scrounge for Supplies is doing me much good now. I guess it's better than Wither. Wither is not doing me much good. So I'll shuffle the rest of those back into my deck. Shuffle those in. Then I think I'm just going to take some attacks of opportunity, which is a big risk. But I think my goal is just to get to level 7. So I'm going to investigate. I take an attack of opportunity. Place the horror on Peter, the damage on me. I could put it on the other coat, but I don't know that I want to. So I'm investigating 2 versus 4. That gets me to 5 versus 4. And this gets me to 6 versus 4. This is horrible. Yeah, this is just horrible. 6 versus 4. Alright. An Elder Sign? You've got to be kidding me. By the way, if it wasn't clear, I was spending the resource on Arcane Studies to take me to 6 versus 4. But that is just insanity that I got another Elder Sign. So the Elder Sign triggers after the test ends, which means I do it after Rise to the Occasion enters my discard, so I am going to shuffle the Rise to the Occasion back in with my Elder Sign ability. What is going on in this game? Alright, I think I'm going to have to take another attack of opportunity to try to explore. And just pray that I find the steps here. I just gotta pray. Is that connected? It is not. Come on. Steps. No! That's the forked path. Ah! That might be game over. Yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely. I feel that I'll be able to get... Well, I mean, I guess next round I could move back. I just don't know how I'm going to survive now. Well, for now, at the end of my turn, Peter's going to heal. And then this guy attacks me for a horror and a damage. So I have 2 damage on me out of 6 because of the curse. Oh, also, I'm going to add another serpent over here. Yeah, I don't know how I could possibly hope to do well. Maybe this sharp vision gives me a chance. Maybe I can get both of these clues at once. Maybe that's possible. Anyways, when you place any amount of doom, find the enemy in pursuit with the highest evade value and spawn it where we began the depth level. So I don't think coming back here is any kind of option at this point. I gotta try to go somewhere else and just hope that... and hope for something. I don't know. Man. Alright, so let's see an encounter card before I think about any of that. If this fails, take 2 damage. I'm certainly going to fail. There's no point committing to this, so let's see what happens. -3, I fail. Take 2 damage. Should I put one on the leather coat at this point? I don't think there's anything that does direct damage. I'll just put it on me. I'll put one on the coat, whatever. One on me, one on the coat. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it matters very much. So what in the world can I do here? I can evade this guy, get the 2 clues, and explore. I don't even know how much that helps me. But that's something I can do. So I can evade it 4 versus 2. Also, I could have warded that, which might have been a good play. I don't know if I healed Horror at the end, or Peter at the end of my turn. No, I did. I did add a Horror. I did heal him, but he got hit again. Okay. So I have to evade. 4 versus 2, 5 versus 2, 6 versus 2. Maybe it's not. Maybe I don't commit this. I just commit the Defiance. For 5 versus 2, and I can name skulls. Let's do that. So 5 versus 2 naming skulls. Look at that. Look at that. So Defiance cancels all the effects of the symbol. So I pass. Now I can try to get these 2 clues. So I'll investigate committing sharp vision. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with Grizzly Totem, 6 versus 2. So I'll go ahead and use the violin to gain a resource by discarding overpower. I'll commit the ward. So I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 2. So I'll spend 1 more with Arcane Studies, so I'm up by 6. Excuse me. So I should be a 9 versus 2 right now. I don't think I am. Let me count it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 8 versus 2 is what I need. Okay, let's try it. Cultist is draw another token. -2. I pass. Did I pass by enough? I forgot I have to pass by 2 to get both clues, but I did pass by 2 because I was up by 6 and I got a -2, so I succeeded by 4. And this is a marathon. So for my last action, I'm going to explore. I don't know how much good it's going to do me to explore, but I certainly can't stay here. I know that for sure. No doubt. Is this connected? No. This is connected. What does it do? It gets me away from the yig. That's about all it does. Is it connected to this thing? No, yeah, it is. It's connected to the caverns. That's kind of a disaster. Oh, but the precipice is connected to the steps too. So I might have a chance here. Okay. So at the end of my turn, I'm going to heal Peter. Yig hunts during the enemy phase. Discard this. Draw 5 cards. So I placed a Doom, but there's nobody who can pursue. Snake Scourge. Don't know how much that matters. Maybe it matters, I don't know. So once again, I can't use Rise to the Occasion for any of these tests. Question is, is spending an action to use Scrounge for supplies to get something doesn't seem great. I could get this Live and Learn, which would stop me from dying, which is not insignificant. It would make it pretty unlikely that I die. Yeah, I think I just need to start doing the tests without using Scrounge. So the question is, do I use Scrounge to draw a card or Scrounge to gain a resource? Tell me with the willpower check. I think I'm going to use Scrounge to gain me a resource. So I use the violin, gain a resource. First action, I'm going to explore. So I have to do these tests. For the first one, I started at 5 versus 4. Being up by 2 is pretty good. And I can't use these resources on any other tests. So I'm just going to spend 2 to be at a +3. That's a 7 versus 4. That is not going to do it. So I move on to the agility test, where I'm a 4 versus a 3 this time. So no reason not to commit the track shoes and the manual dexterity. Any reason to use the grizzly totem here? Let's see. So I'm at a 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. Yeah, so I can I can commit the deny existence and use Grizzly Totem, and I think that gets me to +6. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 3 on the agility test. +1. Okay. So I'm going to draw for manual dexterity. And I get to explore, which is pretty cool. Let me make sure the exploration deck is shuffled. See if I can get one more. Oh no! I found the cavern. It's gonna have a bunch of clues on it. It's gonna have 7 clues on it. So I'm certainly not going to clear those. So I'm going to move back here and try these tests again. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think staying here is any kind of option. So I'm going to explore. I have to try the test. So for the first one, I'm at a 5 versus a 4. I'll use Arcane Studies to go 6 versus 4. Let's see how I do. Wait. Oh, shoot. Well, it doesn't matter because I drew a +1. I shouldn't have been able to... Wait, when did I draw this Snake Scourge? Was that this round? Or was it a previous round? What was my encounter card draw this round? Was it the Snake Scourge? Pretty sure it was. So I shouldn't have been able to use Patrice's violin. So let me see how I fix this. I used the violin to gain a resource. So I should have 1 less resource. So I shouldn't have any resources to spend on this test. I shouldn't have gotten the benefit of the Moonstone or the Grizzly Totem, although they didn't affect whether I passed the test, because I drew a +1. Because that was my draw this round, right? It was a Snake Scourge? Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, so it's turning off all my items. So I guess technically I should have the scrounge for supplies in hand, but I don't have the time to play it. So I can't use the violin. Well, I still have to try this, even though all I have available is a live and learn. I don't have any more resources to add to Arcane Studies. I don't even get the bonus. So I'm testing a 4 versus 4. Now here's the good thing about that. About half the tokens I've drawn in this game have been zeros. So a 4 versus a 4 is actually pretty good odds in this game. So I'm going to try it, 4 versus 4. I'm going to die so bad here. But I just can't do anything. If this guy hits me, I'm pretty much dead. I would have to lose Peter. Yeah, I just have to hope. Just hope that I pass one of these. 4 versus 4. Cultist into a 0, please. Let's go -6. Now, I think I should live and learn the agility test, because that's the one where I have the best odds. So I'm going to save the live and learn for that. Now we're testing agility. Oh no, I guess I have the same odds because I'm a 3 versus 3. I don't have the Moonstones bonus anymore because it's an item. Okay, well I'm a 3 versus 3. I'll use the live and learn on this one anyway. 3 versus 3, testing agility. You little. Alright, live and learn, here we go. Now 5 versus 3. A 0. My savior. My one true savior. The 0. So I get to explore. I think only one of these connects, right? I think the diamond is in there, if I remember right. No, all these connect to the diamond. I think I'm wrong. The steps. I found it. I'm out. Oh wait, this guy's... No, he doesn't hit me. They can't hit me. Oh boy. I got there. So I'm at the steps. We're going to go to enemy phase. Oh, this guy does hunt, so he should have hunted last round too. So he should be there. They're all gonna hunt up here. They're too slow. We're gonna discard these during upkeep. Wow. Stupid Snake Scourge goes away. And I'm going to spend 3 clues to advance the act. So I advance the depths level. I don't think there's any way I can get to 8. I just don't see that happening. Really. Put these locations back. It's all kind of a formality at this point. So I think this is going to be the end of the line for Patrice. Let's see where we start though. It's going to be the abandoned site with a Shroud of a Million. Only 1 clue though. Only 1 clue, mind you. So I have to get, and it's connected to the steps. Move each location. We need to do some locations for the Aspiration deck. Man. Okay. So I did place a Doom after these guys were sent to the pursuit area, so I'm going to have to draw one of them. So I draw Yig. And I'm also going to draw an encounter card. And it's another enemy. So I think it's possible I might just have a chance if I evade Yig. Can I survive enough attacks from the Fang? I would need to be able to survive 3 attacks. I think I can. I don't know. I don't feel like doing the math at this second. I think it's possible, if everything goes perfect, that I could, well, also I could do this, but the Special Razor, it just doesn't help enough. So first things first is I need to try to evade this guy. I don't have much for investigating either. The Shroud is 7. I don't have much for investigating. Alright, so first things first, I have to try to evade Yig somehow. So I have 2, 3, 4 against 4. Manual Dexterity is a no-brainer. 6 versus 4. These things, I probably need the icons more for the intellect test. So I guess before I take this test, I could try to draw a card. Or I could gain the resource. I think my best bet is just to try it 2 up. I don't think it's very good odds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. versus 4. Alright, that's it. We're evading Yig. You little punk. I think that's going to be the end of the game. I gave it a good run. Try to evade Yig again just for fun, I guess. So let me draw a card. Let me use... Whoops. Let me use the violin to draw a card. That would have helped. I think this is going to be the end, though. This guy doesn't have Retaliate, does he? He does not. So... I'm going to evade 4 versus 4. 5, 6, because there's 3 Doom in play. 7 versus 4. I guess we'll try that. No. Nothing. I guess I'll just go down swinging. Try to evade again. No, there's much of a point though. I can go 5 versus 4, trying to evade Yig. That's the best I got. I could survive a hit from Yig, but it's really bad. Let's just try this. -2, so I failed. I think that's going to be enough to kill me. So we're going to go to the enemy phase. I'm going to have this guy, the Fang of Yig, hit first. He's going to deal the horror to Peter. Damage to me. Then Big Yig himself is going to hit. I'm just dead. I can only put 1 damage on Peter. And I have this Curse of Yig give me -1 health. So I'm just defeated. So that's it. I got to level 7. Pretty good considering I didn't do any preparation for this. It's very possible that I made some mistakes because for that same reason I didn't really prepare for it. So that's the last game of the league for me. Thank you for watching. This is LeBruce signing off. Thanks. Bye.